Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This space is a safe space where we are free to be our most authentic selves, our true selves, coming from that place of self-love and of self-acceptance, doing that shadow work, getting that 3D polarity in balance, and feeling that sense of purpose and mission as we present who we are to the world. I had a lovely time yesterday. For those that have found this card when it was first uploaded, that we are in the middle of Pride Week, and I had the honor of attending one of the local Pride Fest parades, and just the beauty in people expressing themselves freely at least one day of the year. You saw a lot of things that may have looked unusual, that may have looked foreign, that may have looked strange even, and understanding that everybody has the right, the absolute need to be able to express themselves freely as long as they are not doing any harm to anybody, to themselves or anybody else. So that's the only caveat you really have to use. It's the only reference that you need to follow. If you're wondering, am I following the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Am I going in the right direction? The answer is, if it is benefiting you and everyone else in this collective, which is everybody, because we are all quantumly entangled, right? We all are connected. So what you do affects me, what I'm doing affects you, and we are affecting the entirety of creation. Everything from all timelines, past, present, and future, are all tied together. They're all quantumly entangled, just as we individuals are quantumly entangled. So coming from that place of self-love and self-acceptance, we give others the right and the ability to do the same thing and be the same thing. So that's what we're all about on this channel, is getting more of that power, getting more of that stability, getting more of that support and guidance as we continue on our individual missions, our individual paths to bring healing to the collective. So as I said, this is a timeless reading and it is for the collective. So whenever you come across this video, however and whenever you find it, it is the right time for you to be getting this message. We have been going through the Oracle of Light and Dreams by Scot Howden. These are beautiful illustrations and lovely little messages in the book, which we will go through in a second. And they always have a little quote at the end that I'm always very interested in reading. I haven't actually looked in the book to see what our card means. What I want to do first is look at the image of the card itself and get that energy directly from the card that we see in front of us. If you have an interactive screen, you're watching this on your phone or a tablet or something, just put your hand over the screen. You don't have to touch it. Just feel the energy of the card coming through itself. If you don't have an interactive screen, feel free to put your hand directly on your screen, whatever device you've got that you're using, laptop, computer, whatever, and just read the energy of the card for yourself personally. Feel free to share in the comments if you had any initial impressions of the card to begin with, but obviously we are looking at card number 30, which reduces down to a 3. That is the first of our perfected Tesla numbers. It is the first balanced number in our numbering system. 3 is the most simple geometric figure. That's the triangle on 2D and the pyramid on 3D. So beautiful, powerful card for a very soft feeling card, but I'm not feeling that this is a soft energy. Enchanted is our title, and we have what is obviously to me either an elf or a fairy, some type of magical creature, and she's got these butterflies around her. She's holding out her hands. It's like she's welcoming them, but not trying to capture them, not trying to get a hold of them necessarily, but just allowing them to flow freely. And she's she's enchanted by them. She's enchanted by this energy, of the energy around her. And so that's the reading that I'm getting from the card directly, is just to be in touch with the magic that's around us. We've been getting very similar reading messages that are telling us take our time, slow down, smell the roses, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the journey, and be in touch with that magic that is surrounding us, that is part of the quantum field that we're all entangled in. So that's what I'm getting from the card. So let's take a look in the book and find out what the reading says for arc 30, card 30, which is Enchanted. This is interesting. Let go of what you cannot change and embrace what you can. Our keywords are attachment, choice, change, and freedom. She comes to this place where she finds herself wishing and wanting for things that could and should have been. She carefully gathers these thoughts, the tormenting shadows of the done and the unchangeable, and carefully wraps them in a shell of light and silken wings. Then, as she draws in the peace that surrounds her, she delicately lets go of these fluttering ghosts and releases a breath as they drift, fade, and vanish in the air. There are times in our lives where we need to let go of the past and unhealthy attachments. These attachments might be the loss of somebody or something, hurt, injustice, or hopes and dreams. When we grasp for what is no longer and relive memories over and over in our minds, we stagnate and are unable to pursue opportunities for change. By letting go, we create space to move forward in our lives and express new, better, or different things that can help us to flourish and grow. And our quote is from Ann Landers. Some people believe holding on and hanging in there are signs of great strength. However, there are times where it takes much more strength to know that it is time to let go and then do it. Ooh, a little bit of power there, a little bit of instruction and guidance, direct guidance from that reading. I am very, very interested in this idea. We have been talking about this again, about releasing our fears, releasing our hurts, releasing our pains, letting go of those senses of somebody did us something wrong, somebody stole something from us, or an opportunity was stolen from us. We lost something, or we actually lost a person. They may have passed on, they may have died, or they moved away. You had a breakup in a relationship, you got fired from a job, or had to relocate your house. There's so many things that we go through in our lives in this 3D reality that don't necessarily present themselves as being helpful, that are good things, positive things that we feel we want to have in our lives. And it's very easy to keep revisiting those and say, I wish this had happened differently. I wish I'd gotten this instead. I wish, and we're looking backwards. We can't go backwards. We're not that kind of time travelers in terms of what we can do now. We can look backwards, and it's like a GPS that keeps going back to some former location. It's not going to get you where you want to be going now, to the new location, to the new you, your authentic self, your perfected self, which is your higher self. And it's just becoming more and more connected, having more full communion and interaction with your eternal being, that perfected being. We always have access to that. We just lose it because we get fixated on the stuff that isn't working in front of us right here, or, situations that maybe we're not happy with. So letting go, releasing them. When we are doing our shadow work, it's the same kind of thing. You look back on something that happened in the past and you say, I'm not happy with the way that went, but I'm happy with where I am now, and I'm happy with where I am going, and I'm going to take the lessons learned from that previous experience and I'm going to use them as tools, as more strength, more power, moving me forward in the direction I want to be going in. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Please let me know. Feel free to share in the comments if this reading resonated with you. But we are being invited and encouraged today, as things come up, try not to focus on those things that aren't working well. Look for the paths where it's going to go in a direction you want it to be going in. You always have the opportunity to change a situation for the better. Even if it's a good situation, you have the opportunity to bring in more good, to bring in more abundance, to bring in more blessings. If you continue focusing on those good things that you want to bring into you, to your experience, your life, and your reality. So that is our reading for today. I love you. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already liked and or subscribed to the video and channel and you feel so inclined, I don't get any money from these videos. This will never be a monetized channel, but it does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find these videos and find the channel. They're looking for the same kind of clarification and guidance and confirmation from our higher selves, divine wisdom, universe, source, God, creator. So I love you. Have the most amazing day. If no one has told you recently how awesome you are, you can't say that anymore because I just said it to you. You are awesome. You really are. So go out and make this day awesome. I love you. Namaste and ciao for now.